talk to you about the Benefect Botanical Disinfectant and the atomic degreaser product. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free. Bring them up as required and we can address them then, or we can take some time at the end of the seminar and talk about them at a later at that time. So, Benefect RS Company. In 1996, Connor Diath was born with an immune deficiency. About 10% of his immune system functions, and what happened then was basically the doctors told Sam Diath, the founder of Benefect, and his wife Jennifer, that they had to go home and clean and disinfect their home, or Connor was going to end up with every disease imaginable floating by, every flu, every chicken pox, cold, etc. So the product was created out of need, and in 1997, Benefect created the first botanical disinfectant. What we mean by botanical is basically it's using nothing but plant-based essential oils and other extracts. It took about 3 years for that product to be registered through Health Canada, the first thyme oil active ingredient in the category, in the disinfectant category. And 3 years later, after the use of the product was used in a variety of different water damages, we decided that the industry was ready for our focus, and we decided that the primary industry for us was going to be the water damage, fire damage industry. So since then, we have moved forward with an EPA registration in all states as well. So California and New York are included in our EPA registration, and that was achieved in 2005. So the product has been around for about 8 years in the restoration industry, 5 years for our focus, and registered in the U.S. for 3 years. And up to this point, we've been distributing through all regional distributors as well as some other interlinked members. But now we're really excited about the opportunity to work with Bridgepoint directly and get it out to the masses. So Benefect Disinfectant, it's an EPA registered product. Registration 74771-1, and it's a broad spectrum disinfectant. So what we mean by that is it does have registrations to kill over 99.99% of TB, viruses, including HIV, molds, and as well as fungal spores, bacteria, and human pathogens. So this product can be used on all water damages, gray water, black water, sewage applications, as well as trauma scene cleanup, also mold remediation projects, and any other job where bacterial, fungal, virucidal, or tuberculocidal organisms are a concern. So some popular terms when people refer to Benefect Disinfectant are a hospital-grade disinfectant or a medical disinfectant, but it is specific. Our marketing is all specific to the water damage industry. So this is the only disinfectant recognized by any green certification program. So when people are talking about green programs, we are the only green disinfectant. So you can really promote that when you're talking to your customers. It meets the standards for the Design for the Environment, which is the US EPA program. It also meets the standards for the Environment Canada Eco-Logo program. So the two programs in North America that have hospital-grade disinfectant categories, both of these products meet that, or this product meets those two standards. The one thing that this product doesn't have is a Green Seal certification, and the reason being is Green Seal does not have a hospital-grade disinfectant category. And the reason it is classified as green by these variety of organizations is because it has a health safety rating of category 4 on all routes. So what that means is there's a category system that the EPA has for health and safety, from category 1 being the most toxic to category 4. And basically that means that there aren't any signal words on there. So when you pick up a Benefect disinfectant label, you don't see terms like poison or danger or even caution. And that's representative of the health and safety profile of the product. It's also deemed as non-hazardous by OSHA. And as you can see from those hazard ratings, the health, flammability, and reactivity, all zeros. The technology. So Benefect, the reason it is so unique is because of what the active ingredient. The active ingredient is registered as thymol, which has been used in a variety of different products that we ingest all the time, such as Listerine, Listerine uses thymol as their active ingredient. We have it present as a component of thyme oil because we don't use solely thymol. We use the whole thyme oil. And the reason we don't do solely the thymol is because you have better killing ability with thyme oil, and also it prevents any natural defenses being built up within the bacteria or fungi. So what you've got is you've got a product, thyme oil, that has many molecules that do the killing, not only the thymol portion of it. Thyme oil, of course, is food grade. It's found in spaghetti sauces and a variety of other salad dressings, etc., etc. But it's thyme oil as a whole that we use. This is the thymol is the first new active ingredient in a very long time for the U.S. EPA. Previously, it was quats, and quats are great for germ killing. The only problem with quats is that they do develop certain resistance in the bacteria. That's why you have not only a first generation, but a second generation, a third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation quat products, is because they have to continually alter their formulas because of the resistance issue. Since you have thyme oil, you've got a lot of different products in there that are all doing the killing, all food grade products. All right, so some of the benefits here of the disinfectant are there's no warnings or precautionary statements on the label. So that's in regards to those signal words that we talked about. So there's no poison, no danger, no caution on that label, or any precautionary statements that would state something to the effect of hazardous to humans and domestic animals, causes irreversible eye damage, etc. Those you will not find present because of the Category 4 safety rating for that disinfectant. And with that Category 4 safety rating, there's no PPE required. So no gloves, no protective eyewear. You can apply this product without any personal protective equipment at all. No rinse or wipe. Because the product does not leave a toxic residue or a chemical residue that could potentially be a hazard, it does not require a rinse or a wipe on the surface. So you can spray it, wait your 10-minute contact time, walk away. No getting a clean mop head, no getting a clean bucket, no filling it up with potable water and spending an hour of labor rinsing off those surfaces because of the lack of harmful residues. And what that does for you as a contractor or distributor selling to a contractor or a homeowner is it reduces your liability as well, because they don't have to worry about the residues that are left behind. Is there going to be a liability issue with a child dropping a sandwich or a cookie or what have you on that floor that has just been sprayed? Yes, it smells great, but it's still got a toxic residue on it. So there's no liability there from the contractor's point of view. Ready to use, definite benefit. This is no mixing hassles. There's no, mix 1 ounce a gallon for bacteria, 2 ounces a gallon for fungi, 3 ounces a gallon for, viruses, etc., etc. What you've got is you've got a product. You shake it, put it into a pump sprayer, ULV fogger, thermogen, whatever, and apply the product so you get a 10-minute contact time, and that's it. This product is not inactivated by organic matter. When you look at the IICRC page 161 chart in the biocides and antimicrobials, you'll see that a lot of the active ingredients that are used are inactivated by organic matter. Thyme oil is not inactivated by organic matter. So what that means is you've got products like alcohol-based disinfectants, like quat-based disinfectants, sodium hypochlorates or bleach-based disinfectants, which are all inactivated once they come into contact with organic matter. Benefect can be used with up to a 5% soil load. So if it looks visibly clean, you can apply the product and be sure that you're going to get those 99.999% kills that are on the label. It's registered for use in all the states, California and New York, so you can ship this anywhere in the country without having to worry about it coming back to haunt you. And it meets all the IICRC requirements. So by being virucidal, by being tuberculocidal, by being fungicidal as well as bactericidal, you've got a product that kills as well as the synthetic disinfectants, i.e. the phenolic base or the alcohol base or the quat base, but you don't have any of the PPE hassles or the potential liability issues. So you're getting just as much kill but without any of the liabilities on the back end from a health and safety side. This represents a visual look on what the disinfectant represents from a toxicity point of view. So Benefect would be the 1. So the LD50 ratio here on the side, this is basically a ratio of Benefect's LD50 over Benefect's LD50. So this would represent 1, not the number 1. Vinegar here would be about 13 times more potent or more toxic than Benefect. Quaternary ammonia products, you're looking in and around the 120 range. Phenolic products, around the 130 range. Bleach products, a little over 200 times more toxic than Benefect. And then glutaraldehyde, which is a common ingredient in most sterilants that are used in hospital applications, you're upwards of about 260 times more toxic than Benefect. So, for an example, Benefect's LD50 is 36,000 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Last year, the city of Toronto, because they use so much chlorine to disinfect the water system, treat the water system, was 14,500 milligrams per kilogram. So Toronto city water is actually more than 2 times or twice as toxic than Benefect disinfectant is. So you're better off almost in a drug scenario to chug some disinfectant instead of drinking Toronto city water. So being that with the lack of toxicity, what you've got is you've got no rinse or wipe. So this saves your contractors a costly labor step, even if they're possibly not even rinsing or wiping anyway. What they can do is also move on to the next job faster because they don't have to get a clean mop head. They don't have to get a clean bucket. They don't have to fill it with potable water. There's no toxic residue that requires to be removed, so there isn't any liability with leaving that product after it's been sprayed and walked away from. A child can drop a piece of food onto the floor, and with the 5-second rule in our house, gobble it up again without any worries to their health and safety. Or the family dog that goes downstairs and says, wow, this smells lemon and spicy, this smells great, and I'm going to rub my behind across the floor of this freshly sprayed area, and then clean myself with my own tongue, and then find out that your dog is twitching at the dinner table. So this avoids all chemical contamination liabilities that you could possibly encounter by using Benefect disinfectant. Green marketing. This is perfect for the LEED certified buildings. So as the municipalities and the state and the federal buildings become more concerned with this LEED program, which is an environmental standard, what you've got is you've got a product that meets that specification. So it won't actually hamper them in their requirements to maintain their LEED status. This is also a great alternative to harsh chemicals. So from a marketing point of view, contractors can walk into a home and say, what chemicals would you like us to use? We have a gold program, which is our traditional synthetic chemicals, or we have a green program, which are products that achieve the same end result from a germ kill point of view. They have the same EPA registrations from the government. However, they don't use any harsh chemicals in doing that. So if you have children, elderly residents, pets, chemically sensitive issues, allergies, etc. in the home, this would be a great alternative for those types of individuals. Or if you're servicing school boards, nursing homes, healthcare facilities, etc., this is a great way to get in on the ground floor to those facilities and offer them something that would really be attractive to their clientele. Some of the applications for the product, our focus really is that water damage, disaster damage and remediation industry, sewer backup situations, trauma scenes, as well as some alternative applications that you may or may not be servicing, but could be a potential growth market for you. Hospitals, schools, nursing homes, daycares, health clubs, gyms, fitness facilities, sports teams, kennels, grooming facilities for pets, food preparation